Okay, so usually during long weekends and PA days are when I hear these types of reports and complaints coming in from disgruntled police officers or disgruntled lawyers that have absolutely no clients because they haven't been able to do their job in being able to produce evidence that find their clients free of crimes that they haven't committed, that they are being blamed for by another lawyer in a completely different court case that is usually not adaptable to the court case that they have been charged for, which is usually a petty theft crime. A small petty theft, they stole candy from the dollar store, and they were arrested for a small petty theft because they want to link them to a murder that they were never there, which is why they chose to steal that day, because the stealing would take them away from while the murder was happening or the murder is usually happening. These are the complaints that get me attacked from small time lawyers that cannot get the evidence, who ask me the question as to how do I get the evidence of the crime. Um, the videos that I post to YouTube help me to get the evidence so that I can charge the person criminally responsible for the murder for the murder. That's what I do a lot of these YouTube videos for. It helps me to pay for my evidence in the locker. That's how I do that. Here's what you all tell me when your clients say to you, oh gee, you've been given to me by the city and you're fired, and now you're gonna come to me and tell me that because your clients have fired, because my client has fired me, your child is going to be responding and upset with you for me being fired, and I'm going to make the child make you feel guilty by telling the child what to do. And as you saw on Easter Sunday or East Good Friday, that's the evidence of what a lawyer did when the client fired him and the child, well, who's not a child, of whom is now in prison, tried to report the evidence to police, not being that of a child, and already being guilty of murder, tried to charge me for physical assault. This is what I hear from lawyers and police officers. Police units. They've usually been fired, usually wearing the white or yellow t-shirts, which means they have finished their last shift. They usually come here, 63 Ingram Road. You need to go for a walk. They tell us that you haven't been to the Tim Hortons, and I've usually been there either the day before or the morning of. Or I usually end up going by 2:30 p.m. on the day the child reacts, in order to clap back at the cashier. You need to go for a walk. They tell us you haven't been to the McDonald's. I usually end up going on my payday, which is coming up in 4 days from today, and I clap back at the cashier that attacked me on that day at the McDonald's. I will be there to clap that bitch. I will be there. Why were you not able to spend your money there that day? Do you think you'll be able to spend your money if you keep reporting people? Lawyers, that's probably why you're not getting the evidence, because you're not writing down the report properly. You don't write down the report properly, you don't get the evidence in order to get the money. Do you think the people on YouTube believe your reports? That's why they keep coming back to me with the same old lies and the same old accusations. It's probably they're trying to tell me something, but I'm trying to stop the abuse so they can tell me what's going on to them in a whole nother way without the abuse being the point blank period to tell me something's happening. That's why I'm talking. Do you understand why we keep doing this to you? Because you have no money to pay for the evidence, which means you're legally not a lawyer to get that evidence. Usually coming from lawyers, that was police officers that have been fired or well about to be fired, completing their last shift on the job. Usually coming from lawyers. We tell you when you can spend your money on yourself. The rest of the time, you have to give it to who we tell you to. Where did you get your law degree from to tell me when to spend my money and who to give my money to? Where did you get your law degree from? Why did you buy that when we didn't give you the permission to buy that? I buy it because Jamie, who says I don't have to do nothing in the house, also says I can buy it, because even though he says I don't have to do not a damn thing, I still put 2 fingers in by not letting any of your people in this house. That's why. Why don't you listen to nobody when we tell you not to spend your money? Because your name is not Jamie FOXX. That's why I don't listen to you. That's why these people keep breaking into your house to attack you. You don't listen to nobody because there's only one Jamie FOXX on the planet that I listen to. That's why. There's only one Jamie FOXX. And it's not you. You're not Jamie FOXX. We took the job to abuse people. Oh good. That's why I married Jamie FOXX. Because he doesn't abuse me when I spend the money the way I want to. Because even though he tells me not to do a damn thing up in here, I still lift a finger and say what? Clean dishes when you walk in. You see the dishes dirty in the sink? That bitch over there that says she's a lawyer been telling me a whole lot of BS about me and myself, so I leave the dishes in the sink alone and I don't do a damn thing about it until you walk in. Bye. That's why I ain't done it yet. 'Cause that bitch up there who say she a lawyer been telling me that I ain't no good, so you shouldn't be doing nothing. So I don't do nothing. So bye.